Well, good morning everybody. I've got a couple of days away in the van and I thought I'd bring you along. And I'm heading over towards York because a friend of mine has got a couple of campsites that he wants me to photograph. So the plan is pretty simple. Get some photographs, do some hiking and get you not one, but 2 campsite tours in this video. Nice. And that sounds like a pretty good way to spend the next few days. So let's get on the road. So I have arrived at York Caravan Park, and while I do what I've been paid to do, which is get some photographs of this wonderful place, here's a little campsite tour for you. Nice.
If you're looking for a campsite that's close to York but still feels peaceful and relaxing, this could be exactly what you're after. This is York Caravan Park, an adults-only 5-star touring park located just 2 miles from York city centre. It's designed exclusively for guests aged 18 and over, making it a great choice if you're after a quieter stay. One of the biggest selling points here is the location. There's a regular bus service that stops right outside the entrance every 30 minutes. So you can leave the camper or caravan on site and head into York without worrying about city centre traffic or expensive parking. The pitches here are really spacious too. Most are hard standing, fully serviced and bordered by hedges on 3 sides, giving you a little extra privacy. Each pitch has fresh water, drainage and a 16 amp electric hookup. The facilities are definitely one of the highlights. Instead of traditional communal shower blocks, you'll find individual private washrooms, complete with your own shower, toilet, sink and dressing area. Elsewhere on the site, you'll find a modern laundry room, washing up facilities, free Wi-Fi, chemical waste disposal, recycling facilities, and everything is laid out to make your stay as easy as possible. Dogs are more than welcome, and the park is surrounded by open countryside, despite just being minutes from the city centre. There's also a peaceful lake and picnic area, perfect for relaxing after a day exploring York. This site allows fire pits, and most of the pitches actually come with one all ready for you to use. Overall, if your idea of a perfect campsite combines easy access to one of England's most historic cities with quiet surroundings and excellent facilities, it's easy to see why York Caravan Park is such a popular option for campervans, motorhomes, caravans and touring campers alike. Full service pitches start from £39.50 a night, and even though this is closer to York than the site I've chosen to stay at today, I do think that some of you watching may prefer the next site, which is coming later in the video. Nice.
Well, I think I've got everything that I need to get, and this is a super lovely site. I can't believe I've never been here, so I'll have to come back at some point in the not too distant future. But I think what I need to do now is head over to the next campsite, get that photographed and get set up. Right, everything's packed away, ready to go. Let's head over to the next campsite, which is 6 miles away, and that is where I will stay. And tomorrow we go for a walk.
20 minutes later.
Right then, home for the night. I think first things first, let's get the van set up. And because I like to be open and transparent with you guys, I am staying here for free, but this isn't a sponsored video at all. I'd have been here regardless because I'm basically working, but I thought it'd be nice to show you both campsites while I were here as well. Right then, because you've seen me set up the van a gazillion times, I've got an idea. Watch this. 3, 2, 1. Oosh! Right then, that's pretty much me all set up and ready to go. There's a few more little bits to do. That's just nice faffery. And before I get a beer and all chilled out and in camping zone, I'm going to have a wander around this site and get some photographs because that's what I'm here to do, my job. So I shall see you in a bit. Bye. And just before I set off and start doing my proper job, I just thought I'd let you know I've put £6 of electric on this meter. Now I've got a coffee machine, a microwave, a fan heater, all of the lights and everything associated with campervans. Let's see how much I've got left at the end of the 2 days. That'll be later in the video. Nice.
1 million, zillion, jillion, dillion, cotillion times later.
So I think I've got all the photographs I need for my friend. And now I think it's time to open a beer, get some dinner on the go and chill out because I definitely need an early night. I am fading now. And the reason that I'm so tired is because I stayed up until 5 o'clock this morning watching the England match, England versus Mexico, epic match. I am so glad I stayed up for it. If it had been a boring match, I'd have been really disappointed. However, it's really hit me now. So I think what I'm going to do is see you tomorrow morning for a lovely hike into York directly from this campsite, and it's going to be awesome. I can't think of words, form sentences or anything, so doing vloggings is probably the last thing that needs to happen right now. So I shall see you guys in the morning. See you, bye. Good morning, everybody. I had the most epic sleep last night. Set up the bed at about 9ish. Just laid there for a bit, watched a couple of TikTok reels, fell asleep probably around 9:30ish. Woke up at 7 this morning and I feel as refreshed as the most refreshing refresher or refreshing zesty drink ever, which is a great thing because I've planned a hike into York. I don't know how far it is exactly, but I'm going to take you along for the ride. The sun's in and out, so it's quite a pleasant day and I cannot wait to get going. But I think first I need to fuel up for my walk and grab myself some breakfast. So I'm going to finish my coffee and then I'm going to do that. Nice. There's nothing better than cooking outside, I'm sorry. In my personal, humble opinion, cooking outside is just the best thing ever. And one thing that struck me is that a couple of campsites I've stayed at recently, there've been benches at the pitches. And I think there's a lot to be said about that. It should become a standard. So if you're a campsite watching this, benches at every pitch. I don't have to get my table out. I don't have to get any chairs out. This bench is right next to the fire pit. Just, if I run out of firewood tonight, I've got the bench. Right, I'm gonna have my breakfast. See you, bye.
I had my breakfast and I popped on my bag. And before you start in the comments again, I know it's yellow. It was cheaper because it's yellow. And I'm a tight Yorkshireman, so yellow for the win. Anyway, I've spent the last 7 months creating YouTube videos, hiking the 3 peaks, training and completing a marathon, and photographing weddings on location and families in my studio, with very little time off. And although my job and lifestyle is a privilege and I absolutely love it, I also need some time away from it to reignite my passion for it, and more importantly, to spend some quality time with my family. So I'm having the month of August off, but fear not, I will be back in September with some awesome content to show you, including the meetup, pub in the woods, and a few special episodes for you too. So don't go anywhere, I will be back. Now back to the hike into York, and I'm no stranger to lovely wooded paths, and I love them. However, some of you will also know that I've had my fair share of blocked by stinging nettles and rivers paths, and this little adventure is no different.
Hopefully I don't have to wade through this river because the ooze is just a tad deeper than the river that I had to wade through the other day. Now this is like going through the jungle. Look at this. This is hardly used. I'm just checking for the hogweed and also stinging nettles because I've got shorts on again. Yeah, stinging nettles. I'll check the map in a minute because I ain't walking back that way. I'll come back on road or something. I mean, it's beautiful, don't get me wrong, it's full of stinging nettles, flora and fauna, but yeah, I seem to find myself surrounded by very high shrubberies. There's no hills out here. There's a lot of stinging nettles though, you basket of fruit. Seriously. Stinging nettles, I just need some open space. I mean, that is literally just a hedgerow of the stingings. There should be a law against them. Oh no. That is ridiculous. Look at this. There's the path through there. I am literally stung to high heaven and I'm not a fan. The worst bit about this path, by the way, you join me up, stinging nettles. You join me, about 20 minutes in from where I was before, and I don't know what we're going to say. My mind's gone because I got stung that many times. The problem, that's it, the problem with it being so enclosed with a load of grasses is it's really humid. I am sweating. I mean, behind me is beautiful. I mean, look at that for a meadow. I'm so glad I didn't bring my camera. But it does look like it's thinning out now, which is nice, but I shan't be going back that way, that is for sure. I might just get a taxi back, you know, or the bus. That's something I've never done before on channel. I mean, at least I've admitted it. I'm not going Bear Grylls and saying, yeah, I'm staying out in the wild, then getting a hotel to go see my wife and kids. This is going to be more of a rambly vlog because I don't think many of you are going to watch it. So the ones that do watch it are going to enjoy it because rambling. and the ones that don't watch it because I didn't put in the thumbnail, I nearly died, won't. We are coming to a clearing. This is probably going to be my final tick check of the day, looking at the rest of the route. And it's like, I don't know, seeing an oasis in the desert. Oh man, do you know what I mean? This is rarely walked, is this route? It must be rarely walked. But we've almost made it out. No, it wasn't. That path took me through a house, which is not the path. It was just maybe their path out of their house onto the path of doom that I've just come through. But now we're in like a meadowy bit, which is lovely, and I can get a bit of a stomp on. We're coming up to the village of Naburn. It's nice of the villagers to cut this tree to accommodate the quiff. That's it, it's that tree, look. Just curves over, nice, love it. Anyway, this is Naburn. There's a pub and there's a school and there's a flag and lots of nice houses that look like York. That's about it really. Sleepy village full of hay fever. I have just seen a signpost for Saturn and Uranus. It said Uranus was millions of miles away. It's not. It's right behind me. What is that? It's a massive fisherman and a bike and a dog, obviously. And he's caught a train. Don't know. Whatever. So I've only just noticed, and it takes me a while to click onto things, but this is the old railway line, which is why it's so straight and flat. It's ace. And all those bridges that I went over, the man that's doing the fishing and everything, that was the old railway bridge over the Ouse. And I've been going over roads and stuff, and this is mint. This is really mint. This bit's a bit rubbish because I don't like long straight roads that you can see where you're going, because it's basically like, you know, on Labyrinth, where she's trying to get through the first bit of the labyrinth. That. And I can see where I'm going and it's not fun. So once I've got that out of the way, there's a right turn and we head into, I can't remember where we're heading to now. I'll write it down here. And then from that point, then we head towards York, the city centre, where I'll struggle to do pieces to camera like this because people will be looking at me like I'm holding a bag of poo up. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Well, I need to be on the road that's above this tunnel. So I need to find a way around because there's no way up. So I can take the route that I wanted to take. So I think I'm going to have to be a bit dynamic with my route here, go through some houses and figure out a way around using outdoor active, hashtag not sponsored. But I think I'm going to put my camera away because I don't like talking to camera while I'm in a housing estate. There's some freaking curtain twitchers or something. See you, bye. So we made it through Bishopthorpe and I passed a place called, I think, Bishopthorpe Palace or the Palace or something. I've got a bit of B-roll of it. That looks really lovely. But yeah, I couldn't do any vlogging through Bishopthorpe because there were so many people there. Every time I tried vlogging, somebody walked out of their house or out of their garden or something like that. But now I'm on a relatively busy road. It's not too fast, it's not too bad. It's only 30 mile an hour route. But that is Bishopthorpe done. And then in a minute we'll be taking a right and heading back towards the river. And then that will take us directly into York. Nice. So we're back on the riverside, but at the opposite side of the River Ouse, and clearly this path is well trodden because it's not a Bear Grylls trample through the jungle type of path. It's quite accessible and nice. We're not that far from York now, but one thing I have noticed is that this part of the Ouse, I'm assuming you needed a licence, but there's lots of little bits, little gaps that you can go down and fish from. There's quite a lot of fishermen about, which is ace. Oh, it's very warm. I mean, I don't know if it's A64, but it's definitely some sort of motorway, but it is a bridge over troubled waters or whatever it is. Anyway, don't come here for technicals. But I don't think I've ever been under one. It's a weird shape. It's just odd. But I didn't realise it kind of did that underneath the bridge. Maybe for structural integrity or maybe for some sort of drainage system, I don't know. But what I do know is that we've come to a bit of a fork in the road and I need to know which forking way it is. I'm assuming you follow the river, so we're going to go this way. I think that's a lot better. It must be because I'm not crossing the river without going over a bridge. No, it's this way. Right then, about another mile to go to the very dead centre of York, but we should be hitting the sort of metropolitan side of York and the city in a lot less than that. I can hear a school over there, which is great that there's trees there because I don't feel a weirdo recording. But I'm now on what is basically a bike path, so let's get on the footpath because I don't want to be that guy. There we go, right. We're now on the footpath, that is the cycling bit. And the river is over there. I'm not really seeing much of it considering I have been walking, sorry, another magpie, the entirety of the river all the way. I've seen glimpses of it through trees. Even the bench that I just sat on back there was facing the river, but it was just a barrage of 8-foot high bushes. Right, I'm in the centre of York. Feel really embarrassing doing vloggings. I need to find a pub. That's what I need to do. Need to find a pub. See you, bye. I'm in the most haunted pub in York. And there's loads of people here and I feel like a bit of a leper doing pieces to camera. I've just been talking to a bloke, he was lovely, and yeah, this place is Ramo, so that's why I'm just telling you I'm in the most haunted pub in York, and then that's the end of that. See you, bye. Well, that was the most haunted pub in York, apparently. Didn't feel any spirits or anything like that apart from the whiskey, and I think I need to find another pub. Should we go to the most flooded pub in York? Let's do that. Nath. So you're probably wondering why I didn't go to the York Minster. And do you know what? I'm wondering the same myself. It's miles away from here. Well, it's not, but it's further away than the pub in the opposite direction. So we're going to go down to the, I think it's called the King's Arms, and that gets flooded every single time that the river floods. So let's go see how wet it is. And have a beer, obviously. Right then, we are now at the riverside. I've got the best spot ever, which is right against the river. Right against the river? Whatever, I'm not bothered. Now, I've got a taddy lager, lovely. Tastes like the river when it floods. Okay, now, so I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place, which is, do I stay out in York and have a few more and maybe get something to eat? Or do I go back? I've still got a 7-mile hike back, which is going to take me the best part of maybe 2-3 hours, and it's now 5 o'clock. So if I started hiking back now, it'd be 8 o'clock before I get back. I'd be knackered and I'll just eat crisps. I'm not proud. I've come to McDonald's. It's cheapest. Right, okay, I feel dirty. Really dirty. So let's go have a beer to celebrate and then go back to the van. Just a 7-mile walk. See you, bye. Right, I've decided I am going to get a taxi back. There's no point walking back 7 miles when I've had 4 pints and a McDonald's, so... Right, so I'm back at the campsite. I've walked all the way back 7 miles in about 5 minutes. Not a chance. I got an Uber, my first ever Uber ever. It was mint, loved it. Right then, fire pit time, chill time, camera down time. I shall see you when I return back to start making more YouTube videos. Take care, stay awesome, and above all, be kind. See you, bye.
York Naburn Lock Caravan Park, an adults-only touring site, is set in a peaceful countryside location on the banks of the River Ouse, just around 4 miles south as the crow flies to York city centre. If you're looking for somewhere quiet to relax while still being close to everything York has to offer, this could be well worth a look. The park has a choice of grass, hard standing, fully serviced and superior pitches, so whether you're in a campervan, motorhome or caravan, there's plenty of choice. If you've opted for one of the service pitches, you'll have your own fresh water tap, grey waste drainage and 16 amp electric hookup. The superior pitches also give you a little more room, along with a paved seating area and picnic table, making them ideal if you're planning to spend a lot of time relaxing outside. The facilities here are exactly what you would expect from a 5-star site. The heated amenities block is modern, spacious and kept spotlessly clean, with private washrooms, showers, accessible facilities, a laundry room and a washing up area, all centrally located on the park. You'll also find a well-stocked reception shop, selling everyday essentials, camping supplies, drinks and local information if you're planning to explore the area. Free Wi-Fi is available across the site, there's a dedicated motorhome and service point, chemical waste disposal, recycling facilities and plenty of lighting around the park for those evening walks back to your pitch. Dog owners are well catered for too, with 2 large exercise fields covering almost 10 acres, giving your 4-legged friends plenty of space to stretch their legs. And if you enjoy fishing, the campsite also has private access to the River Ouse, while walkers and cyclists will find plenty of routes straight from the campsite. Getting into York couldn't be much easier either. There's a regular bus service that stops close to the campsite entrance, and if you'd rather drive, you're only a few minutes away from the park and ride, making it really convenient to visit attractions like York Minster, the Shambles and the National Railway Museum without the hassle of city centre parking. As for the cost, prices start from £31 a night for a grass pitch without electric. Standard prices with electric start from £34. Each booking includes 2 adults, with £3 of electricity credit per night included in the metered electric hookup. Awnings and Wi-Fi are free, while dogs are £2 per night each. Overall, if you're after a peaceful, adults-only campsite with excellent facilities, generous pitches and easy access to both the city of York and the Yorkshire countryside, York Naburn Lock Caravan Park is definitely one to consider. And the total amount of electricity that I used over the 2 nights was
25p.